you knew that you were going to go into a Thanksgiving dinner having torched your legs in the best way possible. But but you had prepared your body to receive well the joy of having family time and friend time with good food. You were prepared. And I think that's the biggest thing. Some of the biggest things are being prepared, having that mindset, and being able to understand that you do not have to fear what you have now overcome.
Welcome, everyone, to the 600 Pound Down podcast. I'm Coach Justin, along with my not-so-normal friend,
Coach George.
Y'all should see him. If you're watching this on YouTube, God bless you. If you're listening to this right now, God bless you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I want to welcome you guys in. George is a little unique today, but 2 cups of coffee will do that to a guy.
That's
I really
right.
feel like 2 cups of coffee do it. Hey, I'm just gonna say Thanksgiving was yesterday. Here's the thing. When you work large muscle groups to prep your body for the fuel that you'll be consuming and taking in, your body says, feed me. Like I worked my legs, glutes yesterday, and hamstrings, all the things, quads, hamstrings, calves, glutes, all of it.
That's right.
Great workout. On top of that, some cardio, and then later on some more cardio. So I'm like, I'm priming the pump, bro, to get to a great place. So my body can respond with not 10 pounds of water weight from Thanksgiving dinner. And that's from carbohydrates and that's from sodium retention that you just take in when you're eating those extra foods, right? So when we do that, anyway, today, fast forward, I look at my scale. Well, actually, I didn't look at my scale. I didn't bother with scale. I look at my legs and try my pants on, and they're just a little bit tight. They're a little bit tight. And my muscles, though, were saying, feed me, feed me. So it's like a glycogen replenishing that happened. And also probably some excess sodium from the deep fried turkey that I had, which I don't eat often. But my brother-in-law was like awesome, and he decided to make a free deep fried turkey.
That was
But
gorgeous.
anyway, I say all that, bro, because a lot of people tend to look at the scale the next day or look at their body the next day and say, man, I feel fat. I can't do this. And here's the deal. If you prime the pump from the day before, your body is now in recovery mode. You did your workout, you're refueling, your body's in recovery mode. And now you can your muscle can grow. It can thrive. You might gain some water weight from that, and that's uncomfortable a little bit, but that goes away over time. That's what I would say about that. But my Thanksgiving was amazing. I had a good time. I behaved on the desserts. I just had some whipped cream with some powdered peanut butter on top and a little bit of granola and mixed that together. Boom shakalaka. So amazing. And it was great. Lots of protein. I think I texted you that, George.
Oh yeah.
How was your Thanksgiving? How was yours?
So I was in charge of making the turkey. This is I can't remember if it's my 4th or 5th year. I should probably figure that out, because if I get to the 5th year of making the turkey, I should have someone else do it. But my turkey is an art. It is edible display, if you will. My turkey has been in transition a little bit for the last couple of years, and I think I finally got the majority, like 95% of it down. So what I do is we get the big turkey. Coach George eats a lot of food, and Coach George comes from a family that eats a lot of food. So we like leftovers. Leftovers are a good thing. So I make something called a compound butter, Justin. I think I sent you a very wonderful picture of my compound butter. Now, for certain algorithmic wording, I'm not going to tell you what I called it in the text message when I sent you this compound butter, but use your imagination. It's a dark color loaf looking thing, and you can imagine
it's poop. It looks like poop, to be honest. I'm gonna say it, guys. If you're listening, you want to know it looks like poop.
We call it the turkey turd, if you will. But basically I took 8 sticks of butter. Yes, 8 sticks of butter. Justin, Thanksgiving comes once a year. It only happens once out of 365 days. So I did 8 sticks of butter with some seasonings. The smoked paprika is my secret. I guess it's not a secret anymore, but smoked paprika in there. And you combine it all up, roll it up in saran wrap, put it in the fridge to harden up, and then you cut medallions out, and then you separate that turkey skin from the meat, and you slide those medallions all throughout the turkey. You put carrots and celery in the carcass because those are high water saturated vegetables. So it keeps the carcass moist. You need to keep it moist.
Wait, can you
and
say it one more time? Moist.
moist. And then I put some bacon on top, so the bacon melts down. I have some chicken broth at the bottom that evaporates up, and you baste it every 15 minutes for 5 hours at 325.
Oh
Now,
my.
Justin, I'm going to tell you, if you have to use gravy on my turkey, I have failed you.
Wow.
I cut
Wow.
open that white meat, brother, and all those juices just came running right out.
Ugh,
My turkey is never dry.
I like that. You come with, it's like a money back guarantee.
It
If I
really
eat your
is.
turkey and if it's dry, you failed.
I have failed. I have failed miserably, but I did not fail this year. I'll be eating turkey for the next week, and it's wonderful. It's glorious. And but dude, I got to have my kids. I was super pumped about that. I got to have my kids, and we had fun. We had a great time. My brother Charles is big into video games, so him and my son were playing Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. I don't know if you guys
Nice
remember that.
throwback.
1998. Yes,
Throwback.
yes. I was 4 when that came
Yeah.
out. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was a great time, man. And
That's
I had one plate. Only had one plate. It was a layered plate, but it was one nonetheless. But I was talking to you about this a little bit, but I must have eaten so much food. And Coach George is getting his protein in. Like, that's not even a question. I'm
I mean, is a bear, does a bear go to the bathroom in the woods?
is wa-
Because
is
that's a
water
question.
is water
Right.
wet? Does
Yes.
air move? Does Coach
Yes.
George get his protein? Yes, obviously, of course.
All of that wrapped in that's always a yes, always.
So I got my protein, and I definitely got some glycogen.
Did we ever?
My glycogen stores are full right now, my man. But we had a layer of mashed potatoes, and we had a layer of stuffing, and we had another layer of turkey, and then I put my sweet potatoes on top, my squash on top, and we just went to town, man. It was great. And then for dessert, I only had one slice of pumpkin roll.
Nice.
And it was good. It was great. But today, I want to talk about today, because I want you to,
Yeah.
because you talked about today. I want to talk a little bit about today. Today, it might be a record. It might be a record of how low my calories are. Now, for those of you who don't know, I generally eat 32 to 3,500 calories a day. And Justin hates me for it. And
I do, secretly. Verbally, actually. It's not secret anymore.
no, it's not a secret. I get verbally assaulted almost every day. But today, Jay, I don't know, man. I don't know if my body just got everything it needed. Because, I mean, what I ate was all real food. It wasn't like it was a bunch of fake stuff. But I woke up today, I didn't eat until 12:30. And it was just 3 cups of cottage cheese. Now, that's 660 calories. I breathe and I get that many calories. So it's like 660 calories to me in my daily life and what I do. That's really like nothing. And then I had 2 RX bars with a prime drink. Now, I did get my water in. I got my gallon of water in. I had 2 cups of coffee today, and I'm going to have a little under a pound of air fried chicken breast that I cubed up from work with a little bit of sauce. But after it's all said and done, it's 1,700 calories. And you know what, Jay? My protein is 201 grams.
Yep.
And why force feed, bro?
That's right.
I got
That's
my
good.
water. I got my protein. Why force feed? You don't have
That's
to.
right.
You don't have to. I'm
Correct.
good.
Yeah. That's good. So we share these stories for a purpose, friends. We share them because, hey, y'all want to know what Coach George and Coach Justin do after a day of having additional calories or extra treats or whatever. We're going to do like everybody else, man. We're going to listen to our bodies. We're going to eat normal. We're going back to routine, do the best we can. And guess what? George is going to be hungry again here coming up probably tomorrow or the day after. And his normal metabolism will be speaking to him again and saying, feed me. And he'll be back to his 3,200 to 9,000 calories like he normally is. So, and I was sitting here drooling and thinking, man, it felt so good. I was at probably 30, I was probably at 3,200 yesterday.
Bro, you were Coach Georgian yesterday.
Yeah, I was Georging.
Bro, you
and
were
I
full
felt
though, weren't you? You were full. You were
How do you
satisfied.
do it? Oh
Uh,
my gosh, I was satisfied and then some. It was just like I wasn't overly stuffed, but I'm like, "Man, I couldn't even do that every single day." That takes some work. That takes I don't think people think about that.
no, man.
That takes some work.
So like sometimes I have to cheat. Sometimes I got to do like some whole milk, like a glass of whole milk, just to get that extra 150.
Yeah.
Because I just can't like physically put more food. So it's
And
crazy.
George and I are both metabolically different. I
That's true.
mean, I had a massive weight loss. He's had some weight loss. He had 120, which is actually pretty amazing. I had about 600, which is massive.
I was gonna say that's
And
textbook amazing though. Like when you look at the amazing in like the textbook, like your pictures right there. Like
that's
I'm mediocre at best. You know, like
that's 120 is not common. People don't
that's true.
normally, I mean,
That's
50
true.
pounds.
Real world outside
Right.
of health
Let's
and
put it in
fitness. That's
perspective.
yeah,
Put it in perspective. We both have a pretty awesome story of loss. However, I say this because my body has adjusted differently. So I put on weight pretty quickly if I go over calorie too much. And even if I'm lifting weights and exercising every day, it's just your body has memory of certain things. It's kind of crazy how that works. You should look it up sometime. There's a lot of studies on that with people who were morbidly obese. I'm talking ultra morbidly obese, and all of a sudden now they're a little thinner or have lost a massive amount of weight. There's this memory in the fat cells, which is unique. And it's like, and plus your body, it starts to want to hold on. It thinks it's going, oh my gosh, we lost so much weight. We got to do what we can to hold on to that weight again. And so it starts to build a little fat back up, and then glycogen storages and water, all that goes together. But George, on the other hand, he's trying to gain some muscle, and he's doing a massively amazing with that. And he's trying to put more size on. And so he's going to be, and his calorie expenditure, he burns a ton of calories because of his active job and his active lifestyle. So he has to be cooking in that 3,200 or so every day, making sure he has enough protein in, making sure he has good carbohydrate sources, and feeling, well, I think he sometimes feels a little too full. Like he said, he has
yeah.
to treat himself sometimes or cheat sometimes.
Well, so
But
like so part of my problem when you have that many calories, and I'm a protein based individual. I just it's super easy for me. But here's the downside to that. Sometimes I consume too much protein. If like let's say I do a pound of chicken and I do a pound and a half of top sirloin steak. Now, digest like the amount of food there, I'm able to handle that. But because it's so much protein, I'd probably be hitting like over 300 grams of protein with just those two things alone, let alone the potatoes that I'm eating, the rice that I'm eating, and everything like that. So what would happen sometimes is my body might not be able to handle all that protein, and so it starts building up ammonia gas in my stomach,
mm,
and so that makes me
mhm.
bloated. Other stuff starts happening, and it just makes me feel really uncomfortable. And it's one of those things that is like, if I just eat too much protein, that has a negative effect on me too.
Mhm.
So sometimes I got to play with, okay, I need more carbohydrates, or I need to have a little bit more fat and maybe less protein so that my body can function normally. But Jay, we have some topics to discuss today.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get down and dirty, if you will. Just kidding. We're not going down dirty. But what I want to do in this episode, George, is I want to go the direction of what do we do after a post binge? What do we do after a post
Yeah.
crazy metabolic unique day? Do we just go back to normal, or do we fast? Do we go do some intense cardio with a sweatsuit on and go into the sauna and sit there forever to get all that off? Is it really fat? Is it really this? I mean, we're giving you some examples of how we feel afterwards and how things end up going after we're all said and done. But there's a strat behind this that y'all can get behind that I think could really assist you by if you're feeling bloated after your Thanksgiving meal, if you're or even if you're listening to this outside of the Thanksgiving season and maybe you had a weekend binge of 3 pizzas. I'm not talking from experience, by the way. This is not what I used to do. 3 pizzas over the course of a weekend with maybe a couple dozen wings, maybe some soda on the side. In Texas, we call it Dr. Pepper. Doesn't matter what it is, or a Coke. We call it a Coke, and that could be a Sprite, and we call it a Coke. I'm gonna get a Coke. I know, makes no sense. I'm a northerner at heart, so to me, I just like that's offensive. That's not what you're saying. But that being said, I was that guy, and then maybe some donuts. Now you're feeling like you're 20 pounds heavier, and you look at the scale. because some people are addicted to that thing. And now you see that you might have 5 pounds up or 6 pounds up. What does that mean for you? Well, I guess I can. My old mindset was this, George. I guess I can't eat anymore. I guess I'm stuck. I guess I need to go fast. I need to go kill myself at the gym. I need to go outside and run, put a garbage bag over me, sweat it out, and let me get back to my normal way of life after I lose about 4 pounds in 3 hours. It was insane. Have you ever done that in life where you overconsume food? You felt cruddy, you felt like junk, you feel like, "Man, my pants don't fit very well, everything's tight, I feel bloated, look in the mirror, and now I'm judging myself hardcore, I don't wanna go out in public." All this stuff, have you ever gone that direction and then tried to punish yourself for it?
Yeah, I think that it's a difference between self-evaluation and self-degradation. I think there's a
Mm.
fine line that we have to find there, because if you like, I didn't eat until 12:30 today, but why did I do that? Was I starving when I woke up this morning, but I saw I was 3 pounds up? I was 3 pounds up. Usually I'm about 210. I was 213 today. That would have freaked me out like 3 years ago.
Mhm.
And so what did I do? I was like, oh, I'm starving, but I can't. I'm 3 pounds up. I gotta pound water, pound water, pound water, and I can only drink black coffee and I can't have any food. That would be self-degradation, because that's coming from a place of fear. That's coming
Mhm.
from a place of unhealthy association with food.
Mhm.
And that is not going to help me reach my goals, because fear is not a sustainer of motivation and consistency.
That's good.
But now, if I switch to a mindset of self evaluation, like I did this morning, I'm like, okay, I'm 3 pounds up. Am I hungry? No. Then why force feed? Clearly, I got enough calories yesterday. If my body woke up this morning saying, well, I think we're good. Because if I'm not hungry, that means my body is fine calorie wise.
Yeah.
But then we started getting into about 12:30, and it's like, man, am I hungry right now? Not really. I'm a little snackish, but what can I do? What can I eat that will help me meet my goals? Well, for me, if I eat cottage cheese is very high in protein. It has good healthy fat, casein protein, and it's
Mhm.
lower in calorie. So if I'm going to try to get my protein goal, let's eat that. Because after my self evaluation, if I want to make sure I hit my protein goal, this is the thing that's going to get me there.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so, and that's how I live throughout my day. Am I a little hungry right now? Yeah, kind of. So what? How much? So basically, here's my mindset today. How much? How little calories can I consume to reach the adequate level of protein that I must have? And I found
Mhm.
it. I'm gonna get
Mhm.
201 grams of protein today, and I'm gonna be at 1,700 calories. That was the goal, to get my protein, but I'm also not overindulging, because my hunger's
You don't
not
need to.
there. I don't need to.
Yeah. Yeah. But you're doing normal. I mean, this is normal. You're not like you're saying, "I don't need any food."
Right.
I mean, you're listening to your body.
Yep.
This is what we can do at times. I mean, and here's the other thing too, and I love this because we're not into the phase of punishing ourselves anymore.
Mm-mm.
We used to. I used to. I was punishing myself. I don't deserve to eat anymore. I already ate enough. I'm a fat. These are just real thoughts went through my head. I'm a fat pig. I'm no good. I'm ugly. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to ever have a six pack. I mean, I still don't, but that's okay. I'm not going to, my legs are going to be big forever. I'm going to have this thickness to me. And I got all these ugly thoughts going on in my head. And so what I said was, well, I'm so fat, I'm going for a walk. I'm going to go for a run. I'm going to punish my body because it deserves to be treated negatively from what I did to it. And that is body abuse to yourself. Think about it. It's a mental, like you were talking about earlier, the fear tactics that we use, the whole negative feelings of how we view ourselves and man, if I do this, then this is the repercussion of that. I got to go work it off. Those are just negative mindsets that rob us from what we actually could be experiencing. It's a cycle. For me, it was a cycle. I kept doing the same routine over and over and over and over and over again. And maybe the listener right now, you're hearing this and you're like, yeah, I get 3 days in and I binge. And now I feel like trash. I don't feel good. I feel bad about myself. And now I got to start all over again. I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to get this right. There's a method that you can use. And George was kind of talking about this too. Listening to your body was number one. I really feel like that's so vital and important. It's not a punishment. punishment to respond. If you choose response over reaction, it's not a punishment. Because what you're going to say, here's how I look at it, George. This is my new mindset. Okay, overate. That's okay. I had a treat today. I overate my calories. It was Thanksgiving. I'm good with that. I wholeheartedly accept that. The night before or the day before Thanksgiving, I meditated on that and said, you know what? I'm going to have extra calories. I'm probably going to put on a little bit of weight, but it's not going to be fat, and I'm not going to overeat a bunch of sweets. I'm going to have great protein. And exactly what I did. I premeditated what I was going to do. I walked through it and I did exactly what I said. Minus, I think I had one bite of pumpkin pie of Cool Whip on it too. That's my wife. She said, "Do you want to try this?" Because she made it and I feel obligated to do it. So I had a bite of that. But other than that, it was cool. I knew what I was going to do and I did it and I feel good about it. And then I'm like, I'm going to be up a little bit. I know I'm going to be up a little bit the next day. And best believe I put some pants on this morning. I'm like, these were not in the dryer. These didn't shrink. I know I put a little bit of weight on my legs. But here's the other thing too. I did leg exercises the other day, which already sends inflammation into that area. And now we have like a double whammy of water weight, because inflammation produces water weight. And so does consuming some carbohydrates, excess carbohydrates, or even excess protein sometimes can do that,
Mhm.
and sodium. And then it puts more water into those areas. So now we have double whammy. I say all that to say, now moving forward, Justin has this mindset. I'm going to go help my body today process the stuff that it consumed yesterday. I'm not going to punish it. I'm going to help it. I'm going to go help my body become healthier. I'm going to help it process the water. I'm going to help it so I stood on my vibration plate for 15 minutes today. That helped my legs feel a little more relaxed when it comes to the water weight in them. I exercised this morning. I did upper body, just shoulders today. I didn't do anything that's going to cause inflammatory response from healing, from the muscle being utilized and then trying to heal. I didn't do any of that. I didn't do any large muscle groups today because I didn't want to send more water to those areas. I'm like, nope, not happening. And I just did shoulders. I was going to do the other things too, like biceps, but I didn't do those. But yeah, walking, went for another walk. I feel good. And my food intake has been on point. I'm watching my sodium. I'm having extra potassium. I'm doing magnesium. And I'm just going to let it ride out because my body knows how to get back on track if I treat it the right way. And I share that with you. Long story to share this, but I want you to know there's hope and you do not have to have the punishment view. You can have the friend, temple I live in, God given body that I live in. How can I serve you today? How can I help you today? How can I honor the Lord with my body today? How can I help you across that goal that you have? How can I get you there? And if you partner with yourself that way, this mind becomes healthier and your body's going to respond in a healthier way. George, preach, brother. What do you think?
Yeah, man. I think we really need to listen to our bodies. Um, because if I tried to force feed 3,200 calories today, that would also be out of fear.
Mhm,
Or is 3,200 calories what it usually takes for my body to function? Yeah. Did I need it today? No. What would have happened if I tried to force feed myself today? Well, I don't want to lose progress. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. It's the same direction coming. It's the same mindset coming from a different direction. We really just have to be able to look at our bodies, especially in situations after like a Thanksgiving or a birthday or Christmas, something like that. That literally happens once a year. And we need to say to ourselves, okay, I'm going to evaluate the situation. Yes, I did this yesterday. Did I enjoy time with my friends and my family? Check. Did I have good food? Double check. And did I um, prepare well the day before? I should have. Then yes. And how am I going to recover well today? Like you hit legs, right? Boom. That way you hit legs, you hit big muscle groups because the bigger muscle groups require more energy to heal.
mhm,
You knew that you were going to go into a Thanksgiving dinner having
mhm,
torched your legs in the best way possible. I say that because I'm a gym bro, but but you had prepared your body to receive well the joy of having family time and friend
Yep.
time with good food. You were prepared. And I think that's the biggest thing. The biggest thing is some of the biggest things are being prepared, having that mindset, and being able to understand that you do not have to fear
Mm.
what you have now overcome.
That's exactly it. I like that. Yes, because and like you were saying, when the whole like, am I going to lose my gains? I thought that too because
Yep.
I'm really doing awesome at that. I'm like, no, George is going good. I want to do like George. I want to be like little brother George. I want to be strong like him. But the truth is, friends, there's those who are listening. We're trying to keep these episodes shorter so you guys can take those and not over take the time to over listen, if you will. We want you guys to make sure you get the meat pretty well. And we're just sharing real life with you. But I think there's 5 takeaways. We already mentioned most of them right now. Like number one, it's just don't fear it.
Yeah.
Fear not. George is talking about that. Fear is absolutely your robber. It's going to rob you of your success. It's going to take you down a road you don't want to go down. It's going to just stop the progress. It's going to help. It's going to make you stay in a zone of thought that really just catapults you in the wrong direction. You don't want that. Fear not. Scripture is pretty clear. Fear not, fear not, fear not. That is such an important message to understand. Don't fear what you ate. Let's get through it. Let's battle this, and let's not think about the fat gain. Let's not think about the weight gain. Let's not think about the muscle loss. Let's not sit in the mindset of fear. And secondly, we already talked about this too. Listen to your body. You know, George was talking about it. He wasn't hungry until 12:30. And then, okay, he's going to have a little protein. It's cool. He's good. And he's not consuming his normal 3,000 plus calories today. He's consuming about 17 to 18. And he's good with that. And he's okay with that. And he's not fearing that his body's going to burn muscle and he's going to get enough protein in to make that happen. And even if he didn't today, he's not going to live in fear over that. So
Right.
he's going to listen to his body, eat when he's hungry, and just do the normal thing that he's going to do. Listen to his body. He has energy to work out. He's going to work out. If he doesn't, he doesn't. It's just where he's at. But it's only going to happen for a day or two, and then you're back on normal rhythm. Number 3, don't punish yourself. We just talked about that momentarily as well, and moments ago as well. Don't punish yourself. If you have a punishment mindset, you're abusing your body. It's not okay, and you're going to be in a cycle of fail, let down, start over. Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. It's the same cycle. Something has to stop. Something has to get in a better place for you so you can have progress in the right direction. It doesn't come down to punishing yourself. How about you partner with yourself instead? That's what we want to do. Go back to normal when that's all said and done. Number 4 is go back to normal. It's okay. Go back to your normal rhythm and routine. We're not going to overconsume anymore. We're going to go back to normal exercise. We're not going to go, I got to fast for 48 hours to get off this. I mean, you can fast if you want to, but don't do it to punish yourself. Do it as an opportunity to maybe become healthier, but it's not mandatory. It's not necessary. And number 5, accept your moment. It happened. It's okay if it happened. You ate extra food. Big deal. We do that once in a while. If you're in a cycle that you keep doing it, okay, accept where you're at, but don't stay where you're at. Don't live in the regret. Don't live in the failures. Don't live in the losses. We stay there for a moment. We recognize it. We look around and say, oh, we messed this up. Or rightfully so, we had this food and we knew we were going to have it. Okay, accept it. We don't beat ourselves up over it. And then we move on. We got to get better. We got to do whatever it takes to get better. So we're going to have accountability. We're going to listen to 600 Pounds Down, the best podcast in the world. We're going to hear Coach George do some silly comments on things and dance around. All the fun, right? George, no offense. Yeah, stop looking at the bicep. Guys, he's looking at his bicep again. Every episode,
It's so
this
big.
meathead looks so much glycogen in there. It's so big. So much power. But you guys get it. Accept your moment and move on. Those are the 5 things you can do right there. We're going to give you those 5 takeaways today to get back on track. Nope, we're not giving you a special diet. Nope, we're not giving you a special exercise program. We are giving you 5 tricks. There's nothing special about it. You don't even have to chat. You could chat GPT this probably and find it. But I'm just saying with you, if you're listening today, this is what you can do to get back on track. George, take the mic away from me because I have so much more to say. You need to say something.
Well, and I think we just really need to get a hold of this.
Yeah.
We need to get a hold of this. I don't know about you, man. I'm so sick of living enslaved to something that I keep I keep being told that I'm free from.
Yep.
I'm so sick of running back to the mud pit because it's familiar and I still know it's bad for me. And that's the thing. We run back to things not because we think they're actually good for us. We run back to them because they're familiar.
Yeah.
I'd rather have familiar pain than strange success. How
Mhm.
crazy is that?
Mhm.
Because we're not used to success, are we? We're not used to overcoming things. We're used to failing again and again and again and again.
Mhm.
It's familiar. But what happens when living in that success becomes reality? People still have to, dude. There are nights, man. I'll be sitting on my couch and I'll just be like, screw it all. Where's the peanut butter? Like, and I'll get a text or a Facebook message, or someone will comment on one of my posts on Facebook and just say, "Hey, I just want to let you know, like, I started working out because I saw this post,
Mhm.
or I never
Mhm.
thought about this correlating with that," and it just
Mhm.
snaps me out of it. It snaps me.
Yeah.
God is so funny, man. God is
Mm.
so funny in those moments because I think about it. I'm like, only you, man. Only God
That's right.
can
That's
do
right.
that and like
Yep.
snap me out of my self-loathing and
Mhm.
my pity and my self-pity and all that. Uh, and so, when you guys send us messages or comment on one of our posts or whatnot, let me tell you this right now. It means just as much to us, if not more to
Mhm.
us, than when you first see the content.
That's right.
I am not over exaggerating on that. I am not overreaching on that. I'm telling you straight up, we are not robots. We are not health and fitness robots. We
Yeah.
struggle. I struggle a lot. And seeing those things snaps me out of it. So I want to tell you guys, I appreciate the comments, the likes, the shares. It means the world in
Yeah.
sometimes a really dark spot.
Yeah. That's good, and inspiration is what we need. So I think having accountability and people in our lives, you're absolutely right. It feels good when you hear a comment, when you hear, positive affirmations, if you will, or positive comments. It just changes our mindset and it keeps us focused too. And we need that in our lives. We can't just be people who sit behind closed doors all the time. We if you want to be in a healthy lifestyle and you need accountability and you need people in your corner to support you, cheer you on, clap for you, and remind you, hey, because of you, I'm able to do this. Thank you for helping me find that strength. I love that was beautiful, George. I appreciate you sharing that, and I second what he says. It's good to see, people who are interested, and it keeps us grounded too. It really does. It works together. So yeah, this is solid. This is solid. We're gonna close up here. George, I'm gonna give you the floor to close us out for anyone who just feels down or bummed from the binge, maybe over consuming food or even alcohol. I mean, some people aren't Christians listen to this podcast and or are Christians and struggle with drinking too much or eating too much, practicing gluttony. We've all been there. We've all been in those moments. What would you encourage those people with?
Today's a new day. I often think about uh, Lamentations chapter 3, where it says his mercies renew each morning. Whenever I go into the next day knowing that I really just dropped the ball the day before, um, and I just let myself go down the rabbit hole of that self-loathing and self-pity. I wake up the next morning and I say to myself, you know what? Today's a new day. God tells me it's a new day,
Mm,
and I am going to live today like my mistakes from yesterday are dead and gone.
that's right.
So, and if you're listening to this and you're not a Christian, why hang on to stuff yesterday that you can't change, and let the stuff that you can't change from yesterday influence the new decisions that you were able to make today that are better than yesterday? Why would you do that? Like
That's good.
that's just like if we just sat down for a second and just kind of thought that
Yeah.
through for for
Right.
just a couple minutes, we would think to ourselves, yeah, that's ridiculous. Why would I let
Yeah.
my yesterday define my today?
Yeah.
Today is new. Yesterday's done. I can't change it. Don't let your yesterday define your today. I just don't think that that's a good idea in the general sense at all.
That's really good too, man. We stay there. We stay there often. We I don't know. I think it's just human nature to feel condemned. That's condemnation. We don't live in condemnation. We don't live in the failures of yesterday because that takes us away from the present, which is a gift, and takes us away from the potential future that we are supposed to be having that's positive. Can't change everything. You can't undo what was done, but you can move forward in the right direction and you can choose to pick yourself back up and move again. and actually get to a better place. It's all comes down to choice. It all comes down to choice. Good stuff. We appreciate you guys. We thank you so much for joining us today on this episode of 600 Pounds Down. This is what you can do. Rewind again, listen to it again. This is what you can do when you binged, had too much something, and you feel like junk and you feel terrible. You can apply the principles we talked about today, use these moments of encouragement for yourself, move on from there, and become better thinking people and healthier people overall. We'll see you next time on
600 Pounds Down podcast.
See you guys.